that chair, please? I just need to make sure I'm... Okay, cool. You can go back.
Wait, I gotta go put my brace on. Can you get it? I'll smash out this video.
Yeah, turn up.
I did. Later.
How did we babe? So our first day go fast. Okay, a few weeks ago we went on a trip to Mareeba, a few hours north of where we live.
We've had heaps of rain here for like the last few weeks, so we were like, oh, we'll get out of here. Rained the whole way, and it wasn't until about maybe 20 minutes before getting there she just turned to blue like how it is now.
I originally wanted to go up there to do this big hike called Devil's Thumb, but Daly had injured himself at footy. Yeah, it wasn't something we could do at that time, but we just decided to go because there's still a lot of things you can do and see up there. I was looking on booking.com for accommodation. Everything was booked out, and I came across just this random place. There wasn't much info. It ended up being such a nice place to stay at.
Pretty good. There was only 3 cabins with our one had a little patio with a queen size bed, toilet, shower, jug, fridge, and it was just in the outback. That's what it felt like.
It was just so quiet. We were whispering to each other because it was that quiet. There was a lake right there, and it was just real peaceful. It was kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, like out bush. You could just tell it was a treasure. I'm trying to come up with a...
It was just a hidden gem.
Hidden gem, that's it. Hidden gem at the end of the road. If anyone's interested, just message us and we'll give you the deets on the place. The first morning that we were there, I went for a little walk and I was so shocked because it was so random. Mr. Lizzie, this massive big metal lizard in the middle of the bush, just sitting there, chilling.
It's there for a reason and it's got meaning, and Beck will tell you what it is now.
Well, Mr. Lizzie's purpose, huh?
Just voice over that bit with the info on it, and then just play the footage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll just tell myself, do a voiceover with Mr. Lizzie. Drone shots, Beck voiceover. I'll admit, I didn't expect this giant beast to be smack bang in the middle of the bush. To give you an insight of his story, did you know that wild rice is known to be a precious genetic natural resource as it's not crossbred with commercial varieties of rice? Unfortunately, commercial rice production all over the world has led to a huge destruction of wild rice and the environment. Mr. Lizzie's purpose is to spread awareness and encouragement to conserve the production of wild rice and the coexistence of humans and wildlife. He was made by the famous Japanese sculptor Mitsuaki Tanabe, who was inspired by the reptiles that lived in these ecosystems and wanted to spread the message by constructing Mr. Lizzie, also known as Kadmakara, giant lizard of the Dreamtime. Tanabe and supporting teams transported Mr. Lizzie's huge body of 10 tons of stainless steel from Japan to Australia all the way to here in Mareeba. He was unveiled in 2006, being approximately 19 metres in length, just over 11 metres wide and 2 metres high. After we hung out with Mr. Lizzie, we went to, our first stop was Emerald Falls, and we got a bit lost there, didn't we? Don't follow Google Maps. Basically just follow the dirt road all the way to the end.
We got there and then we grabbed our stuff, hiked up to the waterfall, and then we chilled up there for a bit. Have a go, hey? Sheesh. a lot of water pumping, but it was real dry too. Like you can see it in the footage here, but
You can actually see on Google Maps. So we are sitting on the inland side,
yeah, of the range, and then on the other side is like Cairns.
the coastal side.
this
Yeah, there's
is
like
where
a
it's dry.
line between like green and luscious on Cairns coastal side, and then on the inland Mareeba side is like the dry area, and that's what side we were on.
Lunch, I think, and then shot out to
Granite Gorge.
Granite Gorge. I've never been there. Beck's been there before, but you can camp there and stuff, and they have like free roaming animals there, like at the campgrounds, like I don't know, they have peacocks in it, chickens, and a few birds and lizards, snakes.
It's just in a beautiful spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's a really beautiful spot. It's where a gorge is, so like there's huge boulders and rocks where they've got a walking track that goes through the whole thing. Pretty cool. You see a bit going through that walking track.
What was your favourite part of it?
Oh, you know my favourite. Mr. Andrew.
Named after our mate Andrew Sinton.
So we called him Andrew because he loved the food. He loved his food, didn't he? And then he got a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
He had his like little claws. He was like literally scratching me to get more food.
The others were a little bit timid to eat, but this one was, he wasn't shy.
He was
That's
so
why he
cute.
got the name Andrew Sinton. Same traits.
We hung out with him for ages, didn't we? And then he got full and then had enough of us. This other one that came down, and oh my gosh, she was so pretty. We called her Pretty Girl. She had like long eyes. She was definitely a girl.
That didn't work.
I could go on about the wallabies all day, but we don't have that time.
Oh, they were pretty cool.
We come back and we just kind of walked around the park and took photos. They had a lot of birds, reptiles. They had lizards, snakes, a lot of wildlife there. Hairy chickens. Hairy chickens? Furry chickens.
They are feathers.
Fluffy chickens.
They're feathers.
Yeah, fluffy. Fluffy chickens? What did we come across on the way? Well, we knew it was there, but we pulled up.
Oh, me.
The fluff field.
Yeah.
What do you mean wet?
Well, we seen what it was, and I just assumed it was the cotton fields, and then we ended up pulling over, and yeah,
It was cool. I've never seen a cotton field before. Literally, they were just like little bushes with like balls of cotton all over them. And like it was just a massive field.
Yeah, it would have been. It was big.
It was cool.
Should have put the drone up for it. We carried on back to camp, and yeah, we had dinner, had a couple beers, and caught the sunset with the over the like pond lake from the main area of the camp.
We were the only ones there that
Well, it was
night,
a Sunday,
wasn't it?
so
Yeah.
most people had gone. Well, the other two cabins had gone back, assuming because of work and stuff, or carry on with their adventure. But we had one more night there, so it was just us on that private property. No light pollution, no noise pollution.
Too good.
It was
Too good,
pretty rank.
Very
pretty out of it.
peaceful. Very nice. Yeah, very peaceful. And then that night, we went on a little night walk adventure, and we met Fred the possum. The funny thing about possums, I don't know if they all do them, but the ones that we saw there, they would just like freeze, not move. They were thinking, if I don't move, they won't know I'm here. And like Daly walked right up to one, to Fred.
He wasn't camera shy.
After doing some research, I found that freezing and staying still is actually a thing for possums. They call it tonic immobility, where animals play dead as a way to prevent being killed by predators. Poor Mr. Fred thought maybe we were a threat, but in saying that he did move around a few times, so hopefully that meant he wasn't too scared of us.
Just chilling. I'll let you be, bro. I'm a champion. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Carry on.
And Beth and Bob. You know who Beth and Bob are?
Yeah. The ones by our...
So cute.
They were at the tree right by our cabin. Just chilling both nights.
Both nights they were eating that tree. I don't know
Berries
what.
off it.
Yeah. And we did see a
Sugar glider.
Sugar glider, yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. They're
Yeah.
quick little things. A couple wallabies getting around.
Yeah, you hear them thump through the bush, don't you?
But that was pretty much our night.
Then I think we
Didn't do
just woke
anything
up early and headed home.
I wanted to stop in at the windmills. 'Cause I've never actually seen them up close, but we couldn't get much closer because it was,
The road's a private road.
yeah, unauthorised access. So I put the drone up quickly, got a little snippet of that, and then yeah, we ended up carrying on home. And sure enough, within 20 minutes of leaving our camp, she rained the whole way back.
Yeah, that was our trip, our Mareeba trip. It was a good trip. Yep,
Chilling.
definitely explore Mareeba. There was a lot more we could have done, but someone was slowing us down.
Through yeah, I don't know, trying to be safe, but I shouldn't have done any of it, to be honest.
It was all good. Adventure at your own pace.
How are we finishing this?
I have a question for you. Like, how old are you?
28,
If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be?
18.
18. What do you, yeah. 18. So if you were born 10 years ago, you'd be 18.
Oh, say again? If I was born 10 years ago, I wouldn't be 18.
Yeah, you said that.
I'd be 0.
Lucky you're not a teacher, mate.
That was a stitch up. It's a beauty day today, so we're not going to sit here any longer. We're going to go on another afternoon adventure or something. Speaking of the devil, Andrew Sinton is cooking some pork belly burnt ends in the smoker, so I might just go say hello. Not to him, probably the food. It's a beauty day. So thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next episode.
We appreciate all of your views and likes and comments. Bye.
See how
That didn't record.
cool.
Oh my god, that didn't record.
Shame, boy. You're lucky. Now I wouldn't have done any more if that was the case. Don't
Gee, twice. Where's your game?
don't muck around, hey.
Yeah. You just keep hopping along.